It has been raining outside for days now. What are we supposed to do? Hi, this is Maniac with GameXS.net. Let's play Student Bodies. Student Bodies is a board game by Angry Duck Games. In it, you play as one of 5 possible students trying to fight their way through a zombie infestation in just a regular day of high school. Each player has been bitten before the game even starts, and the objective of the game is to get to the high school science lab to find an antidote to the zombie virus before escaping the school themselves. Only one person can actually win the game, because it's established that at the end of the game, the first player out locks the doors behind them, leaving the other players to their fate. Just like a game of D&D, each player actually has their own unique character sheet that they choose when they choose the character that they want to play as. The character that they play as affects the rules that they have for each turn, and things like health and stamina. Normally the game supports 2 to 4 players. However, there is a provision for if a 5th player wants to play.
I'm playing as Abigail, and it looks like she's the goth chick of the group, and I kind of relate to that.
I'm going to be playing as Dodge because he's the gamer guy of the group. And look at this freaking mop. He's going to fight with a mop. I'm a huge fan of the Toxic Avenger. This is his playing piece.
I chose the character Emily because she looks cool.
The game comes with a beautiful detailed rule book that explains examples of how to move, how characters move, how enemies move, how cards work. Everything you need to know about how to play the game is in this book. So what do you think of the art style for the zombies?
Well, I think it's cartoonish, but in the way of the Walking Dead video games. So it's very much in that vein with the harsh black outlines and the more cartoony gore that's kind of hyper-realistic, but not really.
Well, I was really methodical about a placement of everything. This is what the board looks like when it's set up. As you can see, these 2 cards determine how the actual game is going to look, basically the layout. And because of that, because these 2 cards are random, and because you will randomly draw them at the beginning of every game, it essentially means that you have an almost infinite amount of possible game layouts, at least for this particular section. Well, we just completed the game and I won. I know, right? So I just wanted to say a couple of final thoughts about what ended up happening with the game itself. Now, we had 3 players. It took us 90 minutes to complete the game. It had a bit of a steep learning curve for the first time that we played it, so just keep that in mind. It took us a while to set it up. It took us a while to play. But as we were starting to play, we were starting to get the hang of it. We started getting a little bit more cutthroat to each other. But for the most part, my co-players and I were actually quite nice to each other. And because of that, it wasn't as exciting or cutthroat as a game as maybe if you were playing against your sworn enemies. There would probably be a lot more zombie attacks. But needless to say, my friends and I all pretty much ended up being mostly nice, and we were able to actually try to get through it as best as we could. It was still a fun game to play. It was pretty exciting. We had lots of fun with it. It had a bit of a steep learning curve, but once we got past the learning curve, we were really starting to have fun. So it's certainly an enjoyable game. It is complex to play. And I got to say, I really am looking forward to what they have next time, or what it can be in store next time from Angry Duck Games. They told me that their next game is a game called Bad Juju. That's their current working title for it. I don't know if that's going to be the final name, but it looks pretty cool. I may have material about it in the future. I can't wait to show that to you guys once we get to it. So yeah, if you like this segment and you want us to do more board game reviews, or you'd like to see us do a live demonstration of Student Bodies, just take into account that it did take us 90 minutes to complete it. So we'll probably have to use different cameras if I'm going to do a full live demonstration. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the review. My thanks to Angry Duck Games for actually sending me a copy for review purposes. You guys are great.